Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
Well, welcome back once again to the FC Pro Open, and more importantly, the group of death. 6 players all vying that tonight, 3 of them can make it through to those all-important knockout stages in the FC Pro Open. 1 player will go directly through to the FC Pro World Championships, and if he can play like he did last time out, it looks to be Obrun that could be that player. Myself, Brandon Smith and Ryan Pessoa will have the pleasure of guiding you through this first round of action today. And we kick off here again. We left these 2 in round 5 back when we last saw the group of death in December, Ryan. They play in round 1 today, and what a matchup this could be for both of them too. It can really set the tempo.
It's a huge game, obviously for both for different reasons. I think for Obrun, the pressure's on because you don't want to be pulled back into the pack in the conversation of top 3. You want to win your first game, set you in good stead to progress into that top spot for the World Championship tickets. But for Tekkz, it's to keep his tournament alive. I think if he wins this game or gets maybe even a draw and a good performance, I think that will set him in good stead for the remaining games.
Well, unfortunately, the player that sits opposite him in Obrun is a bit of a bogey player for him. They played 7 times, as I said, in the competitive history of this esport. Tekkz, I believe, a bit more than what he's showing us right now, because he has got 5 massive rounds in front of him.
Yeah.
He lost to him last time out, and Obrun did not drop. He didn't lose a game last time out. We saw him in Group C. He won, he drew, he got 11 points in the end from 15 compared to Tekksz's 4. What's he got to do tonight to go and really try and take down the Italian?
It's very, very difficult to give an opinion on the gameplay since the patch. Prior to the patch, of course, if you remember the game correctly, it was sort of a game of 2 halves, where Tekkz dominated one, Obrun dominated the other as well, and that was a really close game. Probably the closest game we've seen between Tekkz and Obrun where Tekkz didn't come out fortunate. On another day, the margins are in your favor. For this game now, with the gameplay shift as well, it's going to be interesting to see. Tekkz spoke about how old school Tekkz used to do skill moves and stop on the ball and make their opponent scared, but I just want to see it.
Well, last time they played, it was a 3-2 win for Obrun in round 5 in Group C. They also matched in the Swiss rounds back in the qualifier to get into this FC Pro Open tournament, where, as you know, Obrun was quite enjoying his time with Didier Drogba. There is no Didier Drogba in the squad tonight. It is Robert Lewandowski, the only player that actually featured him as his number 9, his striker. He might come in at just over 500,000 coins, but there's one thing that he does have, Ryan Pessoa, and it's a Power Shot Plus, which we know Obrun is a massive fan of.
Yeah, and a massive fan of that skill. Tekkz is as well with Neymar. It's just silky dribbling. Beckham is a choice there, probably for the incisive pass. It's a great read there from Obrun.
But you are absolutely right, Ryan. I spoke to Tekkz earlier today. I sort of said what to expect from him. He said expect a lot of skill moves from me in the final third, especially with the likes of Neymar, who does feature in this team. It was 11 million coin budget tonight in the draft squads for these players. And inside, we do feature Team of the Year for the first time in the FC Pro Open. 1 icon, Team of the Year icon that is, and 1 Team of the Year player must be featured in that 11 million coin budget, which left these players with a bit of a decision to make in terms of where do you want to spend your money. There was just 1 player that spent 6+ million coins on Sophia Smith.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think James would be the sensible choice because it allows you more coins just to spread around the squad. And here she is in possession.
One of the few players, so 3 play style pluses next to her name. Here is Mia Hamm on the feet into Neymar, who will time that green. Now we'll give Tekkz the most important start that he needs.
It's the build-up there. We'll see it on the replay as well. Obrun is caught in trying to have or make a decision. Does he step to Mia Hamm, try and cut out the pass? Do you try and maybe move out a centre-back or a full-back to cut the passing lane? That leaves space in behind. It's so difficult to defend these moments in the box. And this is where Tekkz thrives, in my opinion. Same with other players in the group, like Yuvabeli, like Gibados, like Emre, Uma. All the players going forward are incredible. And for Obrun, I would say what he excelled at prior to the patches, the first time through balls, which were addressed slightly in the patch. They're still effective, but for Tekkz, I think this patch benefits him more than it does Obrun.
Well, get your predictions in now. Who do you think is going to come out in this huge matchup, Tekkz or Obrun? You can have your say at home in the chat. We will be interacting with you as much as possible tonight, especially when it comes to that Mystery Nation. Have you guessed it yet? If you have, let us know in the chat. We enjoy interacting with you on those guesses tonight. We'll check back on that poll in the next few in-game minutes. As it currently stands, Tekkz leading by a goal to 0 against Obrun. Remember as well, we have also got 2 other matches taking place in this round. Yuval taking on Emre Yilmaz, Champions League winner from 2023. Able to pick up that all-important Champions League trophy in Istanbul. Here's Bonmati. All that finesse, she doesn't need it. All Obrun needs is just one chance through on goal. We'll time it green. And just like that, the player who is top of this group, still unbeaten, is looking to continue that run.
You see there, that's the one thing I spoke about earlier with Rich about the patch. If you make a mistake stepping and trying to preemptively just predict where your opponent is going to play the pass, and you get it wrong, you're going to be punished. Bonmati, not the fastest player, but again, in behind now, again, referencing the patch, you're not going to be able to catch somebody that's that.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
Quick, irrespective of who you're chasing down with, and obviously Obrun in front of goal, green timing, you can always trust him with that.
Just in regards to that patch change, Ryan, is there any centre-backs in your choice that you see tonight that might still have a chance of at least giving that striker a sort of a real run for their money?
Of course, Haaland is arguably, until the Team of the Year items come out, probably the best centre-back there is. Great play from Tekkz.
Oh, he's done it again. An instant reply from Tekkz. And it's that win-talk wild card Neymar Jr. that he did tease us about tonight. He said that he's going to be a massive part of the process in trying to get him through to the knockout stages. It's pretty much an identical finish at the first.
It's just quick.
The difference is it wasn't time green, but it won't matter.
Just not giving Obrun any time to breathe. No time whatsoever. Other games going on, we saw the rivalry, the Leipzig derby in Gibados and Umut, and it was Umut to break the deadlock 10 minutes in that game as well. It's crazy to think that only 3 of these players in this group go through to the next stage. The rest of them we won't really be seeing until their domestic leagues.
It seems unfair, but unfortunately this is the FC Pro Open, the best 24 players in the world. Well, if we can get that poll up, if possible, on screen to work out what you were saying at home in terms of giving us a prediction of who's going to come out on top in our first opening matchup here in round 1. That's the table as it currently stands now. 84% of you behind Tekkz, and I mean, with the start he's had tonight, I don't blame you. I said about prime Tekkz, there's a little elastico, that throws me back to Atlanta. It's Tekkz again, Miham.
Oh, it's good defending, it's fortunate and rewarded there, Obrun.
You cannot forget though, as much as that poll says 84%. Obrun.
See the triggered runs there from Obrun. Whether it's Valverde running in on goal, Bonmati, you've got Ruda Hullet, whoever, the late runs and the overlaps from Obrun. Tekkz has to be wary of that.
Obrun won 3 games out of his 5. Last time we saw him in action here in London, drawing 2 of them. He hasn't lost a game yet here. I don't think he lost a single game in the qualification either. He was perfect in the Swiss rounds. Here's Tekkz again, looking for a third. Neymar on for a hat-trick, and it maybe went down for a penalty. Can he recycle his chance? Heung-min Son just diving out between 1 or 2 tackles. Beckham finds the feet of Miham, just building and waiting for that all-important pass, but Obrun able just to take his time and win back possession, but not for that long. Tekkz has started this so well tonight. Let's quickly jump across and give you an update over here. Is Umut on for a 2-goal lead, the 2023 world champion with a tight green 30-yard plus trivela. He is looking
good defending,
dangerous tonight. Is Umut.
Very aggressive press from Obrun as well with his 3 midfielders there.
Sort of looks very in control at the moment, Ryan. The one thing where Obrun has caught him out is those first-time through balls where he's been able to trigger the run. Of the likes of Bonmati, who's always just been able to have the legs on the defender. But other than that, Tekkz has looked really good.
Yeah, it's been controlled so far. However, you can never really breathe in these situations. 2-1 is nothing. You can score 3 goals in 5 minutes right now. So I think Obrun's been slightly unlucky though with certain times he's been reading the passing lane. It just hasn't fallen in his favour. The rebounds are just going against him.
Rayton finds Lewandowski, who hasn't really been able to get moving yet. That Mitrovic features in my team at home, Ryan. He's pretty usable, isn't he? I couldn't believe it when he got a centre-back item. His Winter Wildcard. Update over here. We haven't spoken too much about this game. Emre Yilmaz.
Of the year, Smith.
Against Yuval. Runner-up of the FC Pro World Championships last year. Cannot forget that. Leading by a goal to nil, and it's that Sophia Smith, that $6 million plus investment. Speaking of a $4 million plus player, there's R9 Ronaldo making it 3-0 for Umit. What a start he is having.
Big paybacks on the horizon. I remember Umit being extremely upset that he lost to Gogadas the last game of the group last time out, so it looks as if vengeance is on the horizon. Same with Tekkz right here.
Pedrado. Kjolmin-Son! And at the moment, it is perfect from Tekkz every time he gets into the box. He's just been able to find the right animation, the right angle.
The extra pass is so important here because the fullback, the right back there, doesn't tuck in anymore. Same with the right centre back. If you're not controlling them, they're just sort of, they're mannequins pretty much. It's down to the player defending to switch to them to try and cut a passing lane or be aggressive to step. But there's so many options that Tekkz is creating and so many traps that Obrun is falling into. It's so difficult for him to stop.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
Off the back of what we saw last time out, if I'm being brutally honest, Ryan, did not expect this. 1 win from 5 rounds we saw from Tekkz last time he was here, and 1 draw. 4 points in total from 15.
Yeah.
We said tonight he wins his first game with how tightly contested this table is. And other results, how they could look. It does a lot for him. Yes, I know the likes of him and Yuval are still pulling away and there's still a gap there. But he's also stopped the likes of Obrun moving even further away. It could have been potentially a 10-point gap between Obrun and Tekkz if he was to have lost this game. I know there's still a long way left to go, don't get me wrong.
There is a long way.
But from what we're seeing so far...
Oh, it's beautiful.
May have just cursed it.
That's lovely. You see what I mean, though? You can't... 2 goals, Brandon, is nowhere near safe.
In 9-minute halves.
Let alone in any amount of time. You can't really breathe and be safe. For those at home, I know, even if you're playing on Champs this weekend, you could be up 3-0. You could be down 3-0. The game is still on. You can score with practically every attack. And for somebody like Obrun, you can never, ever count them out. In front of goal, always been decisive. One of the most deadly... if there was a way to get the conversion stats for Obrun, I'm sure him and Emre Yilmaz would be probably the 2 highest players in the tournament. Country is Netherlands from Love Thor. That's the Mystery Nation, Brandon.
It's not the Mystery Nation, I can tell you, Ryan, and I can tell you at home as well. San Marino is not the Mystery Nation. Keep your predictions coming in. Is it Poland?
It's not Poland.
I feel like I've had Poland before, actually, many weeks ago.
Done the Mystery Nation with Nunez. It's Uruguay, he's right. So guys, put Nunez in your team and do the Mystery Nation.
Neymar, Tekkz, Kjolmin-Son, the angle, it takes a bit of a deflection. He will not care. A 2-goal cushion that's been reinstated again. But it comes from this. When you just start moving around the box like this, it gets your opponent thinking, what do I do? Do I jump into a tackle? Do I sit off and delay?
Some players at home would say that's unlucky from Obrun. However, I don't. The Saliba should block it, but he's not controlling Saliba, so maybe that's where the defensive AI doesn't bail you out as much as it would before. Maybe prior to the patch, that block maybe comes through, I'm not sure, but the work there in the box from Tekkz was phenomenal.
What's happening over here? Is it a goal back for Barros? It's a penalty by the looks of it. Jonathan Tah into the book. Did he convert this penalty, though? He's 3-0 down. He needs something before half-time. It is Zika, of all players.
Has to score.
It features Fulgi Barros. He misses that as well. This is not the start.
That sums it up.
That you want.
Hold on. He loves that skill, Tekkz.
Tekkz with Neymar again. He is confusing Obrun all over the pitch. He can't get near him. Don't think still.
Tekkz he's flowing out there.
I think the one word I'd use, Ryan, is confidence.
Yep. It's just the skills and the unpredictable nature of Tekkz when he attacks. First time through ball over the top, doesn't work out for Lewandowski. He's been, to be honest, I just don't get the pick. You have to play a certain way with him, and with Lewandowski, he's not the most nimble player. I wouldn't want to be trying to dribble with him, and we've seen that in the first 40 minutes or so. Kind of just want him in the box. It's like Kane last time out with Stingray. You don't want to really be the person dribbling. It's for the passing and the shooting.
Neymar in around the box, reversal has to go. Tekkz trying to wait for a bite from the defender. I mean, you look at the draft, Ryan, of Obrun. Yes, he's gone for a $500,000 coin, Robert Lewandowski in there. He's put Hullet in the team. He's had to recycle coins elsewhere, and that's the decision that he's made. Yeah,
but I still don't get it. We've yet to see why Hullet's in the team.
But he promised me big things about Ruud Hullet. I know we're early into the days. This is time to show me why he's in the team now. He just gets bonded over by Haaland. Referee should go back for a free kick, but puts it the other way. I think Giovi there, coach of Obrun, was just laughing to work out how on earth that wasn't a free kick.
Hullet doesn't have the 5-star skills. He's there for the aerial plus, for the knockdowns, but we haven't seen it at all in the opening half.
Well, update here on the stroke of half-time. Elise, who was superb last week across the board in Group B, just showcasing that finesse plus play style, Ryan, which is always just so good.
Yeah, that's such an important goal in that game because Emery and Juve, correct me if I'm wrong, Bennett, they're both on 7 points? Yeah, both on 7 points in that group. So, of course, you want to just get those, the players around you in and amongst your points tally. You want to win those just to push them further behind. A draw, not that it does nothing, but a win obviously is the aim there. I think both players wouldn't settle for a point.
You want to stay in the pack as well, don't you?
Yeah,
players
absolutely.
that are winning. You drop a win or a couple of points, it could be game over. We can see you at home tonight as well, by the way. We have got the Twitch chat in front of us. If you can, let us know. Get involved. Who do you think qualifies for the knockout stages tonight? Remember, 3 players of the 6 will make it to those knockouts. We can see the chat. We will be interacting with you all night, as we always do. But it's so big for one player tonight. Whoever tops this group, Ryan, you save yourself months of pressure and stress. You don't need, I mean, you still will play an FC Pro Partner League to get potentially a trophy there and the money, but you don't have the pressure on you. You're already at the World Championships.
Yeah, it's a huge amount of relief off of your shoulders, but obviously the players still have another chance if they finish 2nd or 3rd, but you want to get it done as soon as possible. This is Group C as it stands. Obrun, of course, is still top. He had that 4-point cushion after week 1, but sat in 2nd now. That brings Tekkz as well, defeating Obrun as it stands, up 1 spot in the table, but it's only a point now from top 3.
Absolutely, that's the table as you can just see up there. 3 of those players will be going through. Let us know in the chat who is going through. Let's jump back into the action if we can here in the group of death. This is only round 1. 5 rounds coming your way tonight. You do not want to miss a beat of the action. Because as it currently stands, we're looking at an unbelievable start from Tekkz, who was rock bottom of this group coming in tonight. But only 1 win away from being very much so back into the conversation of qualification. Lauren James, the only team of the year that features heavily tonight. This is tick-attack around the box. Neymar! Surely not again. If he had a finish there, that might have been one of our favourite goals we've seen so far in the FC Pro Open. He is so full of confidence in his area, Tekkz. Finds insanos there, finesse angle.
It's great defending. Tekkz is powering out there. This is the old school Tekkz we're used to witnessing in the box, the high pressure as well. Obrun looks lost out there, completely lost. I've honestly never seen Obrun like this before, ever.
Well, he's always been the bogey player for Tekkz. He's the player that Tekkz has always struggled to get past.
This is the difference here. I think with that, you can just power down the line. Previously, Randers would have caught Rayton long before she could even have got that many yards up the pitch.
But whatever he's been up to in the last 4 weeks, Tekkz, and maybe the recent patch, the draft requirements this time round, he has looked incredible so far tonight. And the player that he did warn us about, Neymar, has been involved in everything, Ryan.
Yep. Just the finesse shot you get with that winter wildcard item as well. Either foot, a goal update in the Gebalos game. Gebalos did miss the penalty. Douglas Luiz driven past.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
Speak of the devil, Neymar gets the goal back in the game.
Well, you spoke about the finesse. A perfect example of it. Back to our featured game. 4-2. Tekkz still leads. Sort of doubling up on Trent Alexander-Arnold there. Total rush. David Beckham might not fancy a shot from there. Heung-min Son might fancy a finesse though. He disguised the pass. He tried to. We asked for you, who's going to be backing their way towards the knockout stage? Obrun, Tekkz, lots of love for both of those two players. Here's Lauren James. Tekkz looking for a fifth. Stopped in his tracks by GG Buffon. I knew there'd be a lot of players in here tonight cheering on for Yuval. Remember, he has got that Sacha Bowie FC Pro Live item SBC, which could be on his way to a +2. Finesse from distance was always asking a lot. This is brave. Have to find himself out of that, though. Still a long time left to be played here. Into our final third of the action.
That's nice.
Surely that's on it. What a save, and the soul, the rebound. It won't be an easy finish for Lewandowski.
It is great play from Obrun, to be honest. The triggering runs, I was sort of questioning it when I saw Hullet make that run. And he was in possession. I think it was Valverde in the middle of the pitch running forward. We'll see it here. It was Lewandowski there. And then Hullet, the rebound falls in favour to Lewandowski again. But the build-up was nice. The triggering runs, the passes. He chose the right options.
Well, we said there was a long time left. There is still 29 in-game minutes. You know he's going to be able to create a couple of chances. Those are the matches that come up in round 2 tonight. Umit against Emre Yilmaz. Obrun will take Unki Barros, and Yuval will match up against Tekkz. I feel like he needs another goal here, Tekkz, just to pull away again. He's always been in front. A 2-goal lead is what he's had. Can he find it now? Miham, fantastic turn, went towards the near post. I understand why he did it, Ryan, but you sort of also felt like there was maybe a better angle across goal.
Yeah, it's great keeper movement. And even that triggered run there from Hullet was great, but Mitrovic stood tall and managed to shepherd out Hullet from getting in behind and probably equalising.
Another wave of Manchester City esports pressure now. Neymar, Miham, oh, Miham nearly could have been away there.
There's been a couple times there where Tekkz has actually been in behind. I don't think he realised.
He might have a chance now, Ryan.
Went for the finesse, didn't work out, had to cancel the shot.
I'm sure there'll be a few FC Pro Nathan Ake owners. He could also be a 90-rated player tonight if Tekkz was to get 16 points, which is possible. It would require an incredible night, which could start here. And if he makes the knockout stage as well, he will also get another +1 too. Could be a 90-rated defender, which certainly his price will rise. Pass fizzed into Neymar. So good around these areas, so patient. Lauren James again. Buffon does well, and Obrun.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Actually, I'll hold that thought for a second. We heard a roar and it came in favour of Emre Yilmaz. Speed boost, green across goal with R9 Ronaldo. And that's a massive goal in that game. I was just about to say, it reminds me of Umut versus Tekkz match week 1. I feel like Tekkz was in control for large portions of the game, but Umut just kept it close, and Tekkz didn't kill the game off. And it feels as if I'm seeing a carbon copy of that game.
Well, that's 3 major chances Tekkz had in the last few minutes there. He knows how big those chances really were for him. As we jump across here quickly now, this is live. The current score is Umit 3-1. He leads. He had an unbelievable start in this game. Scored 3 goals in the first 30 minutes. Gibaros did miss a penalty before half-time, before then getting his first in the game. Those are the FC Pro Love items as well. 30, Kadioglu of Brighton of Albion. Can't lie, I hope he gets a few upgrades tonight. Well, he was in touch with them before he played in the FC Pro Open, hoping that he can get him a couple of +1 upgrades. We heard another roar, Ryan. It came from the same corner of the room again. It was a third from Emre Yilmaz, a second of the night for Michael Elise. And he was quite frustrated, if you remember, our last time in the group of death. He was not happy at all by his own accounts, the standards that he sets from all of those players that come from Team Hullet. An important start for him tonight. Could be a big 3 points. There's 3 players on 7 points in this group. There has to be some movement. We are still on a pause. What's interesting as well is I know Zizinho is here, but he doesn't sit next to Tekkz tonight.
Wes is here as well, in support of Tekkz.
Let's jump into this one while we're waiting for our featured matchup. Yuval, is he going to make this an exciting last 15 in-game minutes or so? The only player to draft in Sophia Smith, her team of the year. I think one of the most expensive players in any of the drafts, Ryan, tonight. 6 million coins.
A hefty price tag.
It's half your budget, it's more than half your budget gone. Just one player, and you still have to fill a full bench and 10 more players in your squad. Bonmati, you knew that may have been coming. Unfortunately, the angle was way off, and the timing of the shot was also not great. Yuval again, building up now.
Offside.
Sophia Smith, just offside.
Oh, that's a mistake, though, from Emre.
Just looked over my shoulder, headset back on. Let's jump back into it if we can now, our main feature matchup. Tekkz taking on Obrun. It was a lengthy pause. There was a lot of changes being made, certainly on the side of Obrun. This would be his first defeat in the FC Pro Open.
If he does go on to lose this game, I think it'll be a testament to see his character and mentality, because doubts will start to, naturally, they'll just start to creep in. Especially playing a game and losing after the patch, you'll start to have a few questions of yourself. But I know Obrun will be backing in the ability to bounce back. He might not even need to.
Robert Lewandowski, what a save! The bounce back could have very nearly found its way to a Russian defender. Could be a perfect counter-attack now. Miham, can she pull away from William Salih, but just delays the attack as Tekkz looks to bring more players into it. Lauren James taking matters into her own hands. Neymar shifts it on to Heung-min Son. Again, it stopped.
Tekkz has had about 3 or 4 of those. Hold on.
Surely not a comeback over here. Gibaros finds another goal back. Back to this one now. Tekkz looking for that all-important goal, the nail in the coffin to get 3 more big points on the board.
It was coming.
Well, he only picked up 4 points. Last time we saw him in December. He's already on his way near enough to match up that point tally against the only player in this group that has been unbeaten. But not anymore.
Ooh, another update in this game as well. Liao greening it to the near post. Yuval getting a goal back. 8 minutes in that game.
Only 1 goal between those other 2 games now, Ryan. 3-2 at Leeds against Gibaros, and 3-2 Emre Yilmaz leads against Yuval. And that is the table as it currently stands again. Look how open this is now for Tekkz.
The good thing for him is that his future in the tournament is completely in his hands. Trivela doesn't manage to...
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.
Green it.
I know it's so tempting as well, Ryan, when you're in a situation like this and you've got so much space and so many options. If anything for Tekkz, just get on the ball and take a few more minutes out of the game.
Good idea with the pass. Didn't work though from Obrun. But I'm with you. I understand. Obviously, we've seen from Tekkz in years gone by how he's very comfortable in keeping possession and forcing the opponent to charge at him. Yuval versus Tekkz up next as well. Obrun against Gibados. Umut versus Emre Yilmaz. Huge, huge match. Both players, as it stands, on 10 points.
Three minutes away.
This attack has to be a goal. If Obrun wants to stand any chance of or maybe even salvaging a point in that game.
Speaking of keeping the ball and looking after it. This would put Emre Yilmaz on 10 points. An important start tonight. He is not taking any prisoners. Why would you? It's the group of death. Big 3 points for him. I've just heard a roar.
Yeah, we got
in our other game. Surely not. Surely it's not what I think it is. Umut was 3-0 up in that game. It sounded like Gibaros with a roar. Is that 3-3?
Wow.
It is. And this is how it happens.
Oh, it's a great ball across. I think that's an L1R1 double tap square, or just that's fantastic.
And we know how emotional Umut can get in these scenarios. From 3-0 up to a 3-3 draw. And also, we forget, Ryan, he missed a penalty, Gibaros there.
Yeah.
Full-time result over here should be pretty much done and dusted. Massive, massive 3 points for Tekkz.
He needed that.
In a must-win matchup. It changes everything. It's his first defeat in the FC Pro Open. He hasn't tasted defeat, even throughout the qualification stage. It's how he reacts now, coming into his next game.
Yeah, I said it at the start. I think the pressure would be on his shoulders because he doesn't want to get pulled back into the crowd where not only is the top spot in contention, it's all the other spots. The third, the second, the fourth, the fifth. You don't want to be in that last round where you have to win or avoid defeat.
Cansado daquele atacante que só perde gols? Reforce seu time comprando coins de maneira rápida e segura, sem risco de banimento. Cobrimos qualquer oferta do mercado. Chame agora mesmo no link da descrição.